Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang. Are we live?
Just make sure, we are live. Just make sure everything's good on the bottom.
Everything
with the
is
bars. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from Yugioh Everything, and welcome back to another episode of Talking Yugioh Into the VRAINS, where me and a few friends of mine, on occasions, a couple of special guests. Unfortunately, we do not have any guests for you this week, but hopefully next week we will have some. I know 2 weeks from now we have some, and we have some in the future as well, but for now you're kind of just stuck with the normal cast. But this is an hour and a half long podcast where we go over the most recent episode of Yugioh VRAINS. We talk about anything Yu-Gi-Oh related, anything off-topic related, and we just have a grand old time. So thank you for joining us on your Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, Sunday morning if you're in Aussie land or New Zealand, and Saturday night if you're in Europe. So thank you guys so much. And joined with me, as always, is Nick, and Jordan. Thank you guys, as always, for coming on.
Our pleasure.
Anytime, man.
You really polished up the intro. I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
Thank you.
It's very smooth.
Oh, I appreciate that. It was all off the top of my head.
You
all
also
off the
called
cusp.
me Nick, and I'm not sure you've ever actually
Caliber.
done that
I apologize.
before.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever called you Nick, actually.
That felt weird.
His real name is revealed now.
Yeah, that's true.
You just revealed his identity.
That's true. I'm
That was
so
worse
sorry,
than the
dude.
Spider-Man thing.
Well,
Anyway,
no, because I said it once
Calibro
and I'll say
revealed-
it again. Calibro outed himself.
Yes.
No one
Because
said-
Dylan
Oh,
never
the Spider-Man
said
picture. Right, that Spider-Man picture I
Who?
posted on my Twitter was not me, by the way.
That was the joke.
It wasn't the joke. It's
that wasn't
him,
the joke.
That's
You
him
were being
covering
serious.
Up.
He
That's
was
him
going,
covering up after
That
he
was
revealed.
just him.
So we're here
He
to talk
just
about
wanted
this
to,
episode of VRAINS.
Anyway, thank you three for helping me out and
For sure.
and being a part of this.
We're always
as
happy to
I always
be.
say coming on, but you three really are. It's us four that
it's
do
us
this.
four, yeah.
So you guys
Hell
don't
yeah.
really come on. You're part of it.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
happy to
So-
be a part of it.
Yeah, well, thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you.
Yeah,
guys.
me too.
Before we get into it, episode 100, take some questions from you guys as well. I have a couple email questions and some hopefully maybe donations, but of course that's up to you guys. I do want to read and thank the people who did donate on last stream. I cannot tell you how much it does help me out and helps out the channel. We are looking at getting an upgraded table where it's a curved table. Of course, those tables do cost quite a bit. So really all the donation money that you guys send to us the past few episodes is going straight to that. So thank you guys so much. A special thank you to everyone who donated last week. Brian Ford, Nicholas Horton, Eon Time Walker, Garrett, Odd Eyes Vaughn, Jake Goes Online, Goosey Q, Betch Boy, still love that name,
So good.
Soap Prism, Taro Pudding, Elizabeth W, The Fireball, XX Kaiser, Dark Knight XX, Chris Swan, Vincent PL15 or Vincent LP115. My handwriting is atrocious. Jarek Bruel, Daniel J. Edwards, Darren Johnson II, and Aaron Jones. Thank you again to everyone who donated and helped out last week and just has at any point. It does mean the world, and thank you to everyone who just tunes in every week because, are we offline?
Kind of. Yeah.
Are we?
No, we're back.
We're back. We're good.
Oh, we were off for a bit?
Yeah,
For
the
like
phone
a-
didn't ring that time.
No, the phone didn't ring.
Bizarre.
Just for a couple seconds?
Time
Yeah.
to call the ISP, bro.
I apologize about that. That's the first time we've gone offline with the phone not ringing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
not a good sign.
It's not a
No.
good sign.
And that's the first 11 episodes we had no issues at all.
Nope, zero.
And now it's 3 in a row. So it's always in the beginning too.
It's the
isn't it?
trifecta. Honestly.
Yeah, it's the trifecta. It's the hat trick. So
The turkey.
I apologize for that, everyone.
Turkey.
Just I guess I was just reading off the names. I don't know if that part got cut off, but either way, thank you all so much to everyone who does donate. It doesn't mean the world.
The message stays the same.
Absolutely. Episode 100. Bowman versus Playmaker, Part 2
Yes.
of Round 4. Episode
Wow.
100. Crazy that we were at 100 episodes, by the
yeah.
way.
We've reached the milestone.
Yeah.
Century mark.
It's insane. So, what do you guys think about the episode?
Honestly, to me,
You weren't a fan.
It wasn't that exciting.
Yeah, that's fair.
And
That's-
I think that, I don't know if it's just because the action, there wasn't a lot of action. They were just kind of talking about, what Bowman's plan is, but you kind of got the gist of it already from the prior episode with the neuron link. So I think that really this episode was like compiling together Revolver's team and then Akira and Ghost Girl, kind of teaming them all up. I feel like that was the main part of this episode, was like to show that they're going to have to come together to try to bring everybody in and, take him down before the duel's over or take down the neuron link so that he has to duel without it or something along those lines. But I think the overall saving grace of the episode, which was a very touching and emotional scene probably for most of the viewers, was when the Neuron Link takes everyone's favorite character, Brave Max, from us. And I mean, F's in the chat for Brave Max. Because
Yeah, F's in the chat right now, ladies and gentlemen.
That was heartbreaking.
That scene caught me off guard. I
Yeah.
really didn't
I
expect
thought he was
it.
going to make it through the whole thing.
Yeah, I thought he was not only going to make it through the whole thing. I thought Playmaker was going to lose to Bowman. He was going to step in and beat Bowman. So that really caught because my whole prediction's out the window right
See, in all seriousness, as much of a
I put it up there and you looked away. That was
as much
awkward.
of a silly thing it would have been, I was sort of hoping that when Bowman absorbed or linked in Brave Max, that he was just gonna mess up, it was just gonna screw with him. It's
Make
that's
him a
how
bad duelist.
that's how incompetent Brave Max he's
That
his
would've been
dueling
funny.
just goes to
That would have been funny. His dueling goes down the toilet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been funny. So you would say it was probably one of the weaker episodes in a while then.
I think it was a setup episode. That's really what
That's
it was.
what I kind of
exactly.
viewed these first two episodes as, and I
Yeah.
think the third and the fourth part of this duel is going to be hopefully incredible.
Yeah.
Not to say I honestly I thought the conversation between Bowman and Playmaker was really interesting, and what
absolutely.
I loved is the play on humanity with how curiosity kills the cat. That's the
right.
classic
Everyone
phrase.
logging in.
Yeah.
Everyone logging in, and it's so true to the human race that
Oh,
we
yeah.
are
Yeah.
so curious, way too curious.
Yeah,
in
morbid
some
curiosity.
cases.
They wanted
Morbid
to see all these
curiosity.
people logged out. All
Yeah.
these people passed out, and they're like, "Oh, look at them! Is that real?"
Yeah.
and it happens, and it happens to them,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Yeah, it's real, you idiot."
Yeah, they're all idiots. Now,
Yeah.
right, and here's a hypothetical. We always make fun of people being in horror movies because people in horror movies aren't the smartest. You hear a noise in the basement, you go
Right.
down in the basement. But
Yeah.
the truth is, if you two are home alone, Jordan, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
You two are home alone in Nick T's house, and you hear just kind of something fall downstairs. Are you going to go down and check it out?
No,
Nope.
I'm gonna send him down.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
fair.
okay, so,
Fair.
so one of you is going. Actually, that's exactly usually what happens in those horror movies. You're in a house with your frat brothers, and you hear a noise coming from the basement. Are you and your boys going to go downstairs and check out the noise?
you got to bring the boys.
Right,
Yeah,
you gotta
yeah,
bring
you
the
got to
noise.
have some
You're gonna
backup.
bring down a keg, and that's what I mean.
Keg?
These horror movies, while we like to say the characters in them are very stupid, which they are,
But it's something people would do.
It's something that a lot of people, maybe not a lot of people, but humans would do. And not everyone who had a Link VRAINS account was logging into the VRAINS.
Just an increase.
But it's a decent amount of people. If even 20% of people are curious and are logging into the VRAINS, that's the influx of logins that you get, and that's why the neuron link's never going to fail.
Right.
And so I loved that part of the episode. I thought
agree.
that was so
cool.
well done.
Yeah.
Now I also thought it was cool that Bowman knew what monster Playmaker was going to play in the form of Cyburst Quantum,
Right.
Because I think it was Cyburst Quantum.
It was.
Yeah.
And he's like, all the voices in my heads, I hear millions of voices right now, and they all tell me what you're going to do because they all want to beat you. You're the number one guy.
Right, he's like-
so many people have studied you and watched you. I don't even need to know your trends, even though he does. This is the fourth time he's dueled him.
Right.
So obviously Bowman in himself knows
But
Playmaker's
on
tendencies.
top of that-
But on top of that, he has all these opinions now of people that have wanted to beat Playmaker, that have watched Playmaker in all of his duels. Remember, in season 1, Bowman wasn't even a thing.
No.
Bowman wasn't, as far as we know, created until
Playmaker
maybe
was
the
the
end
target.
of season 1. Exactly.
Yeah.
So all of the season 1 duels and all the strategies he used in season 1, Bowman is now getting from absorbing these people. So
Absolutely.
Bowman is, man, it's going to be tough for Playmaker to defeat him. I
It will
still
be.
think Playmaker will win.
Of course.
But I don't know, man. It's going to be
cool.
interesting.
It's gonna be really interesting. I think part of what made this episode interesting for me was that Playmaker threw him a bit of a curveball using a fusion summon. I think that was
Cyber's
really
Clock. First
yeah,
time we've seen that in a while.
which is really
yeah.
cool. And he seems surprised, which is rare for Bowman because he's rarely surprised by
Yeah.
much.
I agree.
What another thing that I loved is, and I think actually, I don't think Bowman is gonna like Link 6 or Link 7 or Link 8. I actually think
Skip
that
to 10?
his Link 50. I actually think that his what's it called? Hydra Drive Drag Rid. The massive
Yeah, the
dragon that he
Chimera.
has. Yeah, right. Hydra Drive Chimera Drag Rid. I think that's going to stay on the field the whole time. And I think it's just going to be a matter of can Playmaker defeat it, because we've seen that each head has its own ability and is its own monster.
Yeah.
Right.
We saw Aqua and we saw Flame. I also
Right.
love how the heads are named after the
Exactly.
Ignis.
That's what I was going to comment on. The whole reason I think it has to stay for almost the remainder of the battle or duel rather,
Yeah.
because it's symbolic. That monster right there is symbolic of everyone he's absorbed so far.
Yeah.
Or all the Ignis that he's absorbed so far.
And moreover, I think we need to see Lightning, Windy, and Earth, the heads of those monsters, and we
Right.
need to know their effects.
Sure.
I don't know where they can really go from here because Flame's effect is any monster that's not linked to the Chimera is destroyed. Aqua's effect is any monster not linked to it loses their effects. Their effects are negated. And that's how he was able to stop Quantum.
Right.
And that's how he was able to, I think, then destroy Quantum, right? So
Sure.
Cyber's clock right now has enough attack, but I'm sure one of those three heads is going to be like Chimera Dragrid's attack doubles until the end of the turn or
gonna
something
be something
crazy like that.
ridiculous,
Yeah.
Like can't
And-
be destroyed in battle or
Exactly.
something like that.
Exactly. Another thing that I love too is the preview. I don't know if you guys watched the preview.
I
Yeah.
did. And first
did.
of all, it looks. It's got to be no Gilbo, right?
I don't
It
know
looks
if it's Gilbo.
incredible.
I'm not
The
100% sure if it's Gilbo, but the animation looked really good. And it's the first time when I say a character is unhinged in Yu-Gi-Oh, I always mean unhinged based on the animation.
Right.
Because you can see there's more lines in their face, there's
Yeah.
more details in their face. They
The
just look
shadows casted on Bowman's face is like he looks demented. At that.
they look more sinister.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's what I thought was extremely interesting because we haven't really seen Bowman like that.
No.
Bowman has been calm and composed this entire arc. And this preview,
Except the one weird.
oh, the one weird shot, yeah, where his head is extremely small because of the angle. But still, he wasn't demented in that
No, but
shot.
he did. That was the most so far.
Okay, that's fair. That's
But yes,
fair. But
I-
he didn't lose his composure
No,
and
he
go
didn't.
like lightning or windy
No,
levels of
he did
insane
not.
or specter level of insane. This preview is the first time where we've seen Bowman look like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wonder if the reasoning for that is going to be because the neuron link gets stopped by Akira, Ghost Girl, and the three
So he's
lieutenants.
losing his grasp
And
of-
and he starts to get angry at that because the humans have actually finally beaten him and have went a step ahead of him. To
Right.
this point, he's been a step ahead of everyone.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this could be a point where 5 humans of characters that he views himself as a god superior to every human
Right.
being,
Yeah.
where 5 humans are able to stop him and temporarily even just foil his plans. And I wonder if that's what gets the ball rolling.
I absolutely think so.
It also looks like I is going to sacrifice himself.
Yeah.
he
which
jumps. Yep.
what I think is going to happen is I think he's going to create like a data storm, and Playmaker will get his own Link 5.
Sure.
That's what I think will happen. Whether that does happen or not, it remains to be seen. But yeah, preview is very interesting.
It looks really good.
yeah.
Well, you know how I can kind of like almost eat data?
Yes.
You know how he
yes,
does that? Like,
Absolutely.
there's also a thing. Well, I guess they're not really near where the neuron link is, but in retrospect, like if he sacrificed himself to like eat that data, but it also destroys him doing it or something like that to stop. Like, say
Oh,
like
yeah. That could be
say the
interesting.
others get stopped too, and like they're like he like knows that, and then he goes out and sacrifices
That would be
himself.
interesting too. Yeah, that would be
Then it's
interesting.
literally just Playmaker left.
Yeah, well,
like,
I think the whole final episode, because I think there will be another
just
part after
Playmaker,
this next
yeah.
Just
episode.
one-on-one,
It'll just
nobody
be
else,
one-on-one.
yeah.
And Playmaker will have to be alone for the first time all show. We've yet to see him really alone.
Right.
Yeah.
Because even in the flashbacks before he got when he was with Kusanagi, he was still with Kusanagi.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
going through that Indiana Jones temple
Yeah,
and
which is-
getting the Cyberse deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this will be the first time that he's
Oh, that seems like
truly
forever
seems like a
ago.
long
Yeah.
time
Oh my
ago, right?
God.
Yeah. This will be the first time he's truly alone, and that'll be really interesting to
That's
see how
scary.
he handles it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still am very, very confident he's going to win.
Of course.
Playmaker's going to win, but I don't know. There's still that sliver. I'm not 100% confident Playmaker will win.
Right.
90-95. I mean,
Sure.
I'm very confident.
yeah,
but
I agree.
What's the other percent though? Is it that Bowman actually wins, or
that Bowman wins. I don't.
Okay.
I do not. I mean, we already
You already
disagreed on this
discussed,
last
like,
week. I don't
1%,
see a no
yeah.
result. I don't see a draw. It has to be a solid, concrete result. And because season 3 is around the corner, and if Playmaker loses, the world is destroyed. I think it would be cool if it's kind of like, you know, the Avengers Infinity War Endgame
start
where
from the ground
Thanos,
up.
where Thanos actually wins in the end of Infinity War. If Bowman wins, and the whole second part of the whole really finale of
Picking up
the
the
show
pieces.
is them trying to beat him and regain the world. Basically, that would be cool. But I don't think it'll happen.
I don't think it'll happen.
And
either.
I don't know if I necessarily even want it to happen because I'd like to learn more about Soul Tech. I'd like to see the other characters back in
Yeah.
action.
Right. We've discussed our hopes.
Yeah,
for the
yeah,
next
yeah.
arc.
And
Like
we,
it's.
and we will get, but this is definitely the time to discuss more season 3 stuff because May 17th, there's a very good chance that we will get V-Jump leaks that will contain season 3 news.
Right.
And then, of course, May 22nd, literally less than a week later, Opening 3 comes out. And that will
Right.
hopefully foreshadow a lot, which I think us 3 and Pete will be reacting to Opening 3.
Oh, yes, sure.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
Pending my travel plans, I should be able to. Be
Right,
there.
that's right. You're coming back from vacation. Maybe Jordan will join us. 10 p.m. That's a little too late for you
10
Make it
p.m.
make it happen.
on a Wednesday night.
No.
Jordan's a teacher, so she's got to wake up early. But yeah, so cool. How are the comments looking? Any people agreeing, disagreeing?
It's kind of all over the place.
Yeah, that's fair. I always read back the comments afterwards, and I'm like,
yeah,
man,
the only time
but that's usually how chats
the
go,
only
which is
time we
completely
really
fine.
ever have solid answers is when you ask a question
Right.
that you
Ask like a
actually want
direct.
people's opinion
Yeah,
on.
yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
fair. That's fair. Well, thank you guys. Thank you to everyone. But even I know I do thank the people who donate. But even if you don't donate, if you can't, if you don't want to, completely understandable. Just being here, just watching my videos, even just liking a video or commenting really does mean a lot. So I mean, thank you guys so much just for being here.
Also, shout out to Pete. He
Oh,
just-
Pete's
he
here.
said
Pete's in
hello
chat.
in the
Pete,
chat.
I know Pete's loved these last 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Loved.
I gotta say I liked this episode. I didn't love it, but I really like it for the purpose of what it's about to do because I think
Yeah.
it set us up for 2 incredible episodes.
Mm-hmm.
This past episode will set us up to.
Well, that's what I think. Like the episode itself wasn't like a wow, this really was a great episode, but it sets up the next episodes to be great.
right, like
episodes.
because of what we did this past episode, I'm unbelievably excited for the next
Yeah.
2.
It's a table setter.
It's
Yeah,
a table.
absolutely.
We established the plan. Like this is what's gonna happen, and it's gonna have some consequences one way or another, and it's gonna be sick.
Here's a question. Do you think Akira, Ghost Girl, and the 3 Knights, do you think they die before this duel ends?
I think the 3 Knights technically are out of.
They're not in
Linked
Link VRAINS. That's right.
Akira and Ghost Girl, I think will.
I agree.
They're stuck, and
I don't think there's any way they
it
don't.
several times already because they're like, oh, we have a little bit of time because we have admin privileges, and it's like, oh, it's only a matter of time, blah blah blah. Like they keep hinting like we have time because of where like their
Yeah.
positioning, and I think that's going them constantly saying that it's going to be their downfall.
Yeah.
Now, I think that yes, the 2 of them will, and I think in order to finish taking down the neuron link, the other 3 are going to come into VRAINS, knowing that it's like a last
I could see that
effort.
too. Yeah.
Like they're gonna go in and be like, look, it's either this or everyone's dead anyway.
Right, you gotta do it,
So
yeah.
you gotta try and do it. And I think the 3 of them are gonna find a way to do
now,
it.
now this guy has called Akira the most overrated character in the show before. You have.
No, he hasn't.
He has. I don't think you were there for
I
the
think
podcast.
I think I said he was the most like overhyped.
I better
character.
not have been there for that.
Let me say something about Akira's Aizen real quick.
me hear
Let me
it.
say something about this man.
Absolutely.
Overhyped.
He's really turning it around.
No, hold on. In season one, in the Tower of Hanoi arc, this man, one of the most touching scenes, sacrifices himself so that Playmaker can go on and defeat Spectre. So that
Yes.
Spectre and the Knights can't use him as bait, so Playmaker can't fight him.
Amen.
He makes that decision for Playmaker, and now he's probably going to sacrifice himself again for Playmaker to be able to defeat Bowman.
No, he's
Overhyped?
no underhyped.
Underhyped. I said he was the most underrated character in the show. That's why I
agree.
thought it was amazing when he said overhyped. And I know this season he hasn't done as much as I would have liked personally. He was a lapdog for Soul Technologies for most
Which
of the
he's
season.
admitted.
Which he's admitted, though. He's self-aware of it.
Yeah. He knows he has a function and he has to take care of it.
No comment.
Okay. All right, fair.
I'm just gonna let it go.
That's fair. So we are going to get into some... Do we have any donations?
We have a lot of donations.
Oh, great. Thank you guys so
Yeah.
much. We are going to get into those immediately, actually right after this. I do want to say copyright strike as of yesterday. The channel is copyright strike free.
Nice.
So there we go.
All it took was
Applause.
rewriting the appeal, right?
Appeal, yeah, YouTube sent it through. TV Tokyo did not file a lawsuit, and so we're good. Bad news, though, we have no
Ooh.
strikes. The channel membership feature, which I was going to activate, even though I'm eligible with all the requirements, they rolled it out slowly beginning like last July, and they still haven't come to my channel. So I'm ineligible because they haven't activated it for my channel. Like, they've randomly put it on channels, and there's some channels
So it's a
that
slow
have
rollout.
Slow rollout. There's some channels that have 120,000 subs that don't even have it active yet. So I'm going to try to contact YouTube, which is
Try
not
to
going to go
expedite
well.
the process a bit.
Yeah, try to speed it up because there's a lot of cool features I'd like to offer through that, including, if you became one, you'd get like a custom logo next to your name, which Jordan made some amazing logos. I haven't shown them yet, but you did an
drafting
amazing
them
job.
up. They
Thank you
look
so
really
much.
great.
So channel memberships are on hold right now because my channel's not eligible for whatever reason. So I'll keep you updated on that. And then, we're going to get into some crack theories. A while ago, I tweeted, give me your craziest crack theories,
I remember
Yu-Gi-Oh!
that.
VRAINS
Yeah.
related. We got, I think, over 100 replies.
Wow.
So thank you guys so much. We are going to read a few of those, and we're going to give our quick thoughts. Of course, they're crack theories.
Sure, that's
So-
the whole idea behind
Yeah,
crack
we're going to
theory.
see, though, if we would like them or not like them. But we are going to get into that. But first, and email questions. We are going to read a couple email questions. First, some donations.
So donations before email?
We'll do some donations
Okay.
now, and then we'll do Yeah, we'll get into the email after.
So we had $5 from Silver Colors.
Thank you, Silver. I appreciate it, man.
Lightning facts. Lightning is the reason why Revolver couldn't use his cards from his structure deck. He's also the reason X-Charge Dragon looked good.
He might be. I like those Revolver facts. Thank you so much, Silver. Revolver structure deck will be interesting.
£5 from Finn Smiley.
Oh, Finn. Is that the... I don't recognize that name. Finn
neither.
Smiley.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, well, thank you so much, Finn. I really
Welcome
appreciate
aboard.
it. Thank you so much.
Another fun fact.
Oh, okay. Let's do it.
Lightning also cheated in his Spectre duel. Look at the effects of the Link 2 for the extra Link and the Link 3.
Okay. I'll go back and look at that. Thank you, Finn.
Interesting.
I wanted to make a video where, like, 5 times Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters illegally played or misplayed or something
I
like
would like that, yeah.
So
That would be a good video.
Yeah. So maybe because there have been a few scripting misplays
Because-
before.
yeah, I mean, you think
so I'll
about
definitely
it,
look back at that. Thank you so much.
I'm
Finn.
sure certain plays that we don't give a second thought because
Oh, yeah,
we
well-
can't physically read the effect. so
Not
it
only
just,
that, but
happens.
like we're not like meta card game. You know, we're not
Exactly. So-
extremely knowledgeable when it comes to the
Yeah.
card game.
This entire duel, Bowman could have been cheating, and I wouldn't have given it a second thought.
Right, exactly. And there are probably a few people that wouldn't have. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So thank you, Finn. I'll definitely look at that.
We have £10 from Holy Nova Entertainment.
Thank you, Holy Nova. Wow.
I don't recognize that name.
I don't
either.
think in the donations, but I definitely recognize that name in the comments before.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you anticipate they are going to do for the 1000th episode of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Anime franchise? Since we've got 48 episodes left, speaking of which, VRAINS may end on 148.
Yeah, great question, Holy. Thank you for the donation. VRAINS might literally end on the 1000th episode.
That would be a
That'd
cool
be-
way
It's
to do it.
huge.
yeah. I would love for them to do something like crazy that pays tribute to all the other shows,
They'd
right?
have to, right?
But like, and I guess with the virtual reality aspect, you
I
could do
Why
it.
not? Anyone could be programmed in.
Right, you can make avatars and stuff.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
I just have a feeling though that for the 1000th episode, they won't do anything special. I just have a weird
Well,
feeling.
what if the show ends on 147, right?
So the 1000th episode is the
Is
next.
the start of the next one, and like the first episode, like you know how we've always said it's like I know I said it that like it's like a series that is aware of all the other series that
Right.
have happened, and
Yes.
like, they're kind of like a fan of the series.
Yes,
but
yes.
It's still like imagine it's like it's the first episode and it's kind of them like somebody, I guess the main character, like kind of reminiscing over the other series, like, oh, this was my favorite like thing about this one, and that would just kind
Super
of like
meta.
kind of a way to start it off though, like
That would be amazing.
because they would or like have like posters in the background of like
Yes, that would
cards
be
and
awesome.
stuff like that
if-
from the old shows.
Yeah. I would love for them 1000th episode, whether it's the end of VRAINS or whether it's the start of Yu-Gi-Oh 7, if there is going to be a Yu-Gi-Oh 7, to pay some sort of tribute to the other shows. I just feel like what they'll do is at the very end of the episode, after the ending, or even at the beginning of the episode before the beginning starts, like some special, like quick 10-second animated scene of all of the protagonists together. And like, you know, all of them saying like, thank you for supporting the Yu-Gi-Oh anime.
Sure.
And that'll be it. And I feel like that would be, I mean, I would like them to tie it into the show. I don't
But
think
if
they'll
not,
do that.
hey, you know, if
I
as
guess
long
that would
as
be
they
better than
acknowledge
nothing.
it.
That's
Yeah.
what I think they'll do. But
Yeah.
great point, Holy Novo. It's crazy that we're coming up on 1000 episodes. Absolutely
weird.
insane. Thank you for the donation. I really do appreciate it.
Or for the 1000th episode, they should have you on.
Hey,
it
they
could
They
be
should
in
have
the car.
Dylan
No,
from
no.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything. That'd actually be really funny if
It would be. It would
Yeah.
be. But
It
I
starts out with a hello.
He can't confirm nor deny.
or
that
like
that's
a
Thank you.
character on the show is watching your YouTube channel.
that would be okay. That would be
That'd be
really
epic.
funny. Thank you all so much for watching Yu-Gi-Oh, and I hope you all have an amazing life.
And then that's where they announce that
up
Yu-Gi-Oh's
the
done
state.
forever. Could you imagine?
Oh man, that'd be a way to go. Oh god.
We have £5 from Nicholas Horton.
Thank you so much, Nick. Thank you, dude.
Playmaker needs some good luck if he's going to take down Bowman if I gets absorbed and not long till there's season 3 news.
I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
Playmaker, it'll be interesting to see how he pulls it out. Season 3 news could come as early as May 17th, maybe earlier in the weekly jump. Remember, it was actually weekly jump, surprisingly, which comes out every Thursday, Friday.
That announced the
that
song.
announced the opening.
Right.
So maybe weekly jump will have some new season details. That remains to be seen. But I think the earliest we will get season 3 news, if we get season 3 news, is May 17th when V Jump leaks. That's the big monthly magazine. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate it, dude.
We have another one from Silver Colors.
Thank you, Silver.
Shout out Playmaker because he will save us all.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He
Shout
will
out
save
Playmaker.
us all in
Playmaker.
all caps.
Shout out Playmaker. Thank you, Silver.
$5 from Goosey Q.
Thank you, Goose.
Heck
Thank you
yeah.
so much, dude.
How do you feel about the connection between Akira and the Knights of Hanoi? What do you guys think Emma's data bomb will do? What if Bowman finds out?
Great question. Well, so I think that Bowman, when he finds out, I think that's why we see the unhinged. We kind of agreed on that early
Right,
on.
yes.
The unhinged. I think he'll be very pissed. The connection between the Knights and Akira.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it then?
Well, I kind of said it in my review that I actually loved the way they played out that scene. That the Knights are doing everything to avenge Revolver, and Akira's doing everything to avenge Aoi.
Right.
Yeah.
So I love the
And
connection
Emma there was the voice of reason. She's like,
Yeah.
what choice do we have? Like, you have to put it aside. We have to do this. You want to avenge Aoi. They want to avenge Revolver. That's,
Right.
That's
I don't
as
even-
simple as that.
Yeah, I actually don't even think she said. That's why I really like the scene.
She didn't mention
didn't
Aoi.
even mention Aoi. She just
No.
said they want to avenge Revolver. They're
And
not
I
going to
think
lie
so-
to
and,
us. And then it
obviously-
triggered to Akira like,
Exactly.
I have to do this for my sister.
Exactly.
So I love the relationship between them. Obviously, a very temporary truce. I mean, I still think that there is a level of respect between Revolver and Playmaker. I still
course.
think, though, that they're not going to be. If Season 3 starts and Bowman's defeated and they're going after Soltech, I'm not convinced that they're going to be an alliance right off the bat. Remember, Revolver said, let's
necessarily.
beat the Ignis, Lightning and Windy, and then we'll settle our differences afterwards.
Sure.
So, and Revolver did call I, which was a big
Right,
step,
that's a
for
huge
him.
step for him.
So I don't know if he will be hell-bent on eliminating the Ignis, but there's still a part of him that
That's also assuming he comes back.
that's true. He could be permanently dead. Don't say that. People are going to
Yeah,
get
I know.
upset.
I'm
The
sorry.
Revolver fans. I'll get
Wow.
upset. Revolver's great.
No, I would. Yeah, I want him. Obviously.
So
to come
I
back.
don't know. I don't think there's going to be this amazing truce between them as soon as
There
season
doesn't
3
need to be.
starts.
Well, and plus the Knights have an inside person with Soltech.
Hayami.
It's Yami.
Thank you for the donation. Thank you, Goose. You're the man. I hope you're doing well.
And then the last one for right now
Beautiful.
is from Jake Goes Online.
Of
Jake,
course.
thank you so much, dude.
Hello to all four of you, but mostly Jordan.
Hey, I'll
That's
take
fair.
it. I'll take
Thank
it.
you,
Wow,
Jake.
we
I-
got acknowledged this time. So I'm
Yeah,
stoked
no,
about
I'll
that.
take that.
Thank
I
you, Jake.
appreciate it. Thank you to everyone who's donated so far. Really means the world. Putting it towards that curved table. I can't
We'll
wait.
get it. We're getting
And
it.
then that way I won't be cast off to the side. We can actually all kind of face the camera. That'll be great.
Put someone front and center.
This table is 6 feet. I'm looking to get an 8-foot one. I don't know. It might block off the staircase. but-
No one's going in and out during it.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Cool. So yeah, let's get into some crack theories now.
Wait, let's
Email
do
questions.
email questions.
You
Oh,
wanna do
email
email
questions.
questions
Email-
first?
Yes, email questions. Good call. In fact, let me pull up the crack theories.
So you want me to start while you're pulling that up?
Yep.
All right. So we have one from Endorsed Vampire. Do you think Bowman will become the long-awaited Divine Ignis and have a design change after he absorbs AI? I would assume he
yeah.
might mean I because
Yeah.
it's double capital.
Yeah.
It's double capital. So
I make that mistake all the
Okay.
time. Yeah. And I misspell VRAINS in all my videos, so it's all good.
I'm actually quite excited to see that, and the writers can totally surprise us with something like that. What do you think?
So I didn't think it would happen, but after seeing the preview, I think it's possible that I would sacrifice himself, and we'd see Bowman in his divine Ignis form against Playmaker, and I would really like to see that because we've hyped this whole idea of the divine Ignis for the entire arc, not entire arc, maybe half the arc, and I think it'd be just really cool to see. This is it.
I'm not sure if he'll have a rebrand though.
Like a design change.
Like a design
I'm hoping
change.
for something. 'Cause
It
what's
might
the
be
point
something,
otherwise?
It might be something small.
I will say, the dragon has 7 heads, which I find very fascinating, because that 7th head very well could hint at the divine attribute.
True.
Why does it have 7 heads? You know what I mean? So I think once he gets I think something might happen to the dragon, maybe an upgrade or something.
Yes. Oh, so maybe not necessarily Bowman himself, but to the dragon.
Yeah, maybe. Although I don't know. To be honest, a Bowman design change for
Could
the
be
last
really cool.
episode, I think would be awesome.
It doesn't have to
I
be
don't
major.
think it'll happen, but I think it would be awesome.
I would just want to see him glowing, just like some
Well, that's what I mean.
heavenly
Like, it could be
light shine
something
upon
small
him.
like that, where like he's glowing, or like I don't know, he
Yeah.
gets even more ripped or something like that. I don't know.
yeah, that
That's
would be,
difficult.
yeah, that guy's not gonna get much more swole,
Yeah,
dude.
I
That
know.
guy's ripped. Yeah, great question though, Endorsed Vampire.
Yeah, I would love to
I
see
hope it happens. He definitely will get I don't have any doubt about that.
Yeah, we watched
Yeah.
jumping into the void
Absolutely.
right there.
And I think once I does get disintegrated, whether by Bowman or not, Bowman will just absorb him.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll definitely get I, whether he becomes divine or not. remains to be seen. But
Yeah.
that'll be really, really interesting. So endorse. Thank you for the question,
Yes.
my man. I appreciate it.
And then we have another one from K Plums.
Wow. It's something I haven't
Okay.
heard in a minute.
Yes, awesome.
Do you think Bowman will become the long-awaited... Oh, wait.
Is that the one you just read? Did you copy and paste the same question twice?
Wait, so who asked it?
Just a moment, please.
Technical difficulty.
I think that was endorsed vampire.
Okay, that was endorsed vampire. Okay, so what did Catherine ask?
Let me see.
Plums. I remember her on.
K Plums on the Twitch.
Yeah.
Okay.
the pun.
Oh, it was about the
So-
punny
Yes.
girl.
The puns.
I
yeah.
have it right here.
She's great.
I love it.
Genius.
I apologize.
So
So-
this is Plum's question.
Do you think it is possible for a Yu-Gi-Oh character / protagonist to own, play, and win with a Karibo deck? For example, the Ace monster would be Winged Karibo level 10.
Love Wing Karibo.
Spells would be Multiply, Transcendent Wings, Flute of Summoning Karibo, as well as having all the different kinds of Karibo monster cards.
I don't know if this is a joke question because she is a very. Oh, is there?
No, I
another
don't
I
think so.
apologize for the wordiness of my question. I was curry bored. Or curry bored.
There it is.
But
She's a very punny girl. That's what I was gonna say.
That's why it's like
That's
this part's
beautiful.
important.
She's great. Is that the end of the question?
Yeah. I mean, she continued writing in an email, but that was the end of the question.
Okay.
That was the whole idea.
I don't. First of all, the protagonist could have any deck and they'll win.
Of course,
the writers will
plot
make them
armor is
win.
Plot armor.
A Karibo deck. Realistically, I don't think is a Karibo deck viable. I mean, you guys can answer in the chat. Let me know if a Karibo deck is actually like would have any chance. There's not enough cards though, right? You would need to have like it would have to be
There'd
like
be a lot
Karibo
more.
Shadals or like it would have to be
Yeah.
another archetype with the Karibo. But let me know if a Karibo based or influenced deck has ever actually been like top tier or meta. I'm actually kind of curious.
I'd
to
be
know
curious.
About that.
I love, honestly, like as simple as the design is, I love Karibo.
Oh, he's a
I've always
classic.
loved Karibo.
Well, Playmaker had Link Karibo.
Link Karibo.
There's a Karibo in every single
Karibo
show.
is the transcendent character.
Yes. He's a transcendent dual monster.
Yes, dual
Yes.
monster.
'Cause
But
the
like,
transcendent character is Ushio, Tetsu Trudge. Do you remember that bully from very early on in Yu-Gi-Oh, like the first episode?
I would have to see him.
Yeah. I'll pull up a picture.
But he's in other series.
He's a silhouette of him.
Wait, are you talking about the guy with like the big head?
Man, there's a lot of guys with
Yeah,
big
there's
heads.
a lot.
This is,
The guy
anime.
with
This is
the-
anime. Drew.
Wait, hold on. I think I might know who you're talking about.
Hold on, let me pull up the picture.
Yeah, pull up a picture
There's
because this
he's-
might be who I'm thinking
He's
of.
been in pretty much
The guy
every
with the big
Yu-Gi-Oh.
head. Have you seen Go?
Oh man. Well, his head's been looking pretty
It's been
slim
the
lately.
same. It's been the same since when he was a kid. Remember
That's
that?
wait. Did we touch upon
This
it?
guy.
It's like George.
That's not who I'm thinking of.
Well, this is his
I'm
more
thinking of
upgraded
I'm
design.
thinking of the goofy guy.
Joey.
The guy who
Naoki?
I don't think was in Link VRAINS. He was in the real world.
Oh,
Naoki.
Kitamura.
Maybe?
Probably.
I don't remember. I remember we
Oh my God,
talked
Robo.
about him in the video where we were predicting who was going to die.
Yeah, definitely Kitamura, right?
Oh, it might have been Naoki, who is Brave Max.
Oh, it might have been Naoki.
Brave Max.
It's probably Naoki.
It is Naoki.
I love
He's
Brave Max.
the biggest jerk of the show, and I love him.
Yeah. What are people saying about the Karibo decks? Is anyone saying
I've seen a
anything?
lot of no,
Yes.
hell no,
Naoki.
definitely
Yes,
not.
Naoki. That's what I'm thinking of.
I wish he
I've seen
transcended.
a lot of
the
no,
others.
nope, hell no.
No
I-
Like a
chance,
beaver.
never.
Yeah, I didn't think a Karibo deck
never
was ever
meta.
viable.
Fun deck, but not good.
Yeah, okay.
Fun. Hey, at least we got fun.
Well, yeah, I mean, any deck can be fun though.
Sure. As
And,
long as you
know,
enjoy it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, okay. Thank you guys. That's what I
It's pretty
figured.
unanimous.
Always wanted to be sure because there's sometimes like there's formats from like 2006, 2007 that I have
so.
no knowledge on.
Of course.
Honestly, formats from like 2012 I don't really have much knowledge on. So like there's a chance I could say, "Oh, no, Karibo," and then maybe Karibo
Like,
won
whoa,
Worlds.
yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, so I don't want to say anything kooky. I've been burned too many times on that. But thank you guys so much. We're going to read some VRAINS crack theories now.
Let's do it.
And I
I'm
hope
so
you
ready for
guys,
this.
yeah, me too.
Also, thank you again, Plums.
Thank you, Plums.
It was good to hear from you.
And I hope you guys let us know what you think of some of these theories. And write your own theories in the chat.
Amazing day.
I thought it-
That's what I thought.
The way you set it up, and I hope you have.
My theory, this was my personal Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS crack theory.
Let's hear it.
Not only is Hayami the spy for the Knights of Hanoi at Soltech,
Of course.
I'm going to take it a step further.
Let's hear it.
And say she is also Revolver's sister.
Oh,
See, that's where the crack part comes
That
in.
is crack.
By
'Cause
the
otherwise-
way, what a crack
it's-
theory is, because a few people in the comments didn't really know what a crack theory is, it's a theory that has
Almost
pretty much no substance whatsoever, and no evidence supporting it. So, like a theory that saying the spy is Hayami. I wouldn't even say that's a crack
I
theory.
would. I think they've
because that's the only character that like maybe could be the spy that we know of,
Right.
unless it's a new character.
Yeah, I think there's some things that have pointed it to us. Or
Yeah.
pointed us to it rather. Just because like not necessarily foreshadowing, but we, like the process of elimination.
Right, just tactics like that. But to say
Yeah.
she's Revolver's sister, that's what makes
Yeah,
it
there's
the
no
crack.
there's no basis of that
No
at all.
basis
And I
I love it.
I love it too.
I love it.
That's why I did
really-
it. I would love if that was the case. Because Revolver, think about it. Revolver is such a stoic, like,
and she's like bubbly.
yeah,
and
and
fun,
she's
yeah.
the complete opposite.
Yeah.
Like the dynamic between those two would be
It'd be
so
weird.
funny, and that's how they have entry into the Soul Tech because obviously it's his sister, and maybe his sister's personality. He didn't want to get her involved in the griminess of the Knights
Right,
of Hanoi.
but he found a function for her, and that'd be to
He found a usefulness for her that would keep her happy and away from the danger.
And that's why she's so overly obsessed with Akira.
Oh, maybe, yeah, maybe.
So
I
she,
think
like,
that's more
That's just how
real.
she is.
That's
you
just
think?
genuine.
Yeah, I think that's who she is. Then again, I don't actually believe it. I think it would be really cool.
it would be
though.
cool. Though.
Yeah.
It could be cool.
So
I
we're
like
gonna
that.
keep going.
I really do like that.
All right, we have one from Noah Solomon. VRAINS is gonna last at least 200 episodes.
Wow.
I don't agree with that, but I think that would be really cool.
That would
Does
be,
Noah,
that'd be a nice switch
does
up.
Noah expand upon that a little? Or is
Nope,
that the statement?
just quick, straight to
at
the point.
least 200 episodes.
It'd be a long
That's
show.
a long show.
Yeah. If it was at least 200 episodes, Bowman could win this duel. They could
Yeah.
spend another 30, 35 episodes beating Bowman, stopping the world, and then the last 60 episodes could be Soul Tech.
Sure.
But we haven't had any
And you could add
confirmation.
a tournament arc in there. if
And you
really
could throw in
wanted
a
to.
tournament arc. Yeah, you can do anything. Honestly, if every Yu-Gi-Oh show was 200 episodes, that'd be awesome. Let's look. Here's one. I don't think this is real. Emma and Naoki will get together. Winky face. That was from Freedom at DFASFASF. What do you think? Again, I would love it.
The last you reading off the end of that name sounded like you're having a stroke.
I would love it. Emma
Hey,
and
I
Naoki
mean,
get
Emma
together.
and Naoki.
It's- I don't
well,
think
it's not
that's even that crack
it's
because
not ship.
listen, like we saw some,
Look,
her being cute with him.
It would go to show that any guy and any girl, not based on your looks or your status, love transcends everything.
Sure, but I think it's giving that a positive message in that way, but also gives the wrong message that you can be a total jerk in real life and still get the girl.
Okay, but Emma wasn't a total jerk in the beginning of
Wait,
the show.
Naoki's the jerk?
Yeah, what do you mean, Naoki? I think he showed
How
tough
much has-
love to Yusaku.
Tough love. He called him a terrible duelist on multiple occasions,
It was tough love.
and not even just tough love. He like straight up lied about being Playmaker's like best friend.
But didn't Playmaker say that Naoki was his best friend?
I don't think he's ever said
Wait,
that.
no, I thought when he rescued him from Faust, I thought he said something about that.
Can you actually legitimately see Playmaker saying you're
I
my
think
best
he said
friend?
like something like get home safe, and maybe he was like, "Oh my God, we're best friends now."
Maybe he did.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I watched season 1.
I mean,
All right.
it's either he's delusional or he just is a pathological liar.
I think
so
it's both.
Here's an interesting one from James Kirkhope. I still reckon Blood Shepherd is Wendy's partner. The car crash thing is too much of a coincidence. Remember, this was only a week ago, so it's not like this was 3 months ago.
That's interesting.
I mean, I disagree. I don't
Yeah.
think, but there are some people. It's not just James. There are some people that do believe Blood Shepherd is still related.
yeah,
to
I
Wendy.
don't think I don't think that's the case, but I also don't think that
But what
it's entirely ruled out.
because Lightning, if he can implant false memories in Bowman, who's to say he didn't implant false memories into Wendy about his lost incident? victim?
Exactly.
So I guess
Because
from that,
he did mess with his.
he did mess.
We
with
already
Wendy.
know he messed with the code. His memories could be entirely
that's
false.
That's very true. So I guess from that standpoint, it is kind
Anything
of
is really
foreseeable.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I think it would be kind of a shame if this one character design kind of went to waste and we never saw him.
Sure.
Even though that character could be very well killed off. You know,
Sure.
he could be dead. So interesting theory there. Let's look. Because there's a few that are kind of similar. A lot of Queen is Revolver's mother.
Right.
And Yusaku's dad is Bishop. That was from DRVR. A lot of people talked about Queen.
Yusaku's dad is
Yusaku and Revolver are actually long lost brothers by Syn, Cyberpoint. That's kind of
By
interesting.
Syn?
CYN.
Oh.
Yep. And here's one from Sophie, cute_wombat. Zaizen is going to be the next villain because he is really sad and angry seeing how Aoi died and making Playmaker responsible for that because they don't come back.
Oh.
So I guess that's saying that even if Bowman's defeated, they're not going to come back.
Yeah, if they don't come back. I mean, I like it. I don't think Zaizen has the power to be that villain yet.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that'd be cool if he was,
Well, these are crack theories.
these
for
are
a
crack.
reason.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that could, very well be the case where people don't come back. Like that's it. They're absorbed by Bowman. Bowman loses, dies, whatever.
I think the ones that won't come back are Lightning and Bowman and Haru. I think those would be the permanent
Justice for
deaths.
Haru.
Justice for Haru, yeah. Let's see. Let's keep reading.
Justice for Haru.
Yeah, here's one from Xander Sheriff. Everyone that dies in this arc stays dead and will literally never see them again until Yusaku loses in a duel to see his friends.
Wow.
Purposely loses in a duel to see his friends.
Wow, that's
Basically,
interesting.
wow, that
Jeez.
That's heavy.
That's,
That's
that's dark.
Yeah.
If you want a dark ending to Yu-Gi-Oh!
Wait,
Reigns,
that's
it.
how we get to ending
Ending 3?
Ending 5, yeah.
Even just what ending 3 is could be that.
What was ending 3?
Or ending 5. That's the
Yeah,
one.
ending
Yeah.
for the
That's
current
the
I
one.
meant
yeah.
for season 3.
The
yeah.
endings all
Yes.
get weird, yeah.
Yeah, ending 5, where it's the perfect world. Everyone's dead. That's it. Everyone's dead.
It's the perfect world because everyone's dead.
Which honestly,
That's Bowman's Utopia.
exactly.
Yeah.
That could be Bowman's Utopia.
That's
Crazy.
everyone's dead.
Here's one from Jorge Carrillo. He's been a
Oh,
patron
of
of mine for a
course.
while. Nice, great guy. Kind of what we've already read. What if Queen is Ryokan Revolver's mother and maybe the one to inflict Kogami with the virus? Sadly, that last part was debunked because of the lightning reveal, which I don't really like, but yeah, there's a thought.
Could
And
still be
we've
a lie.
talked about that
Could
before. I would have loved if they went that route. And it could have been a lie. It could have been something he said to
Rile him up.
rev up Revolver to
Yep.
get him angry,
Yeah.
to rile him up. So it's definitely possible. But we'll see. Here's one. The reason Aoi loses, this is another one from Xander Sheriff. So this is the very heavy guy who wrote the very heavy theory.
Oh, yeah.
The reason Aoi loses Master Duels is to show her development further. I personally believe that she will duel Bowman again after he loses to Playmaker sometime in the future if he comes back, and will lose to Aoi. Also, the reason Spectre lost to Lightning was to realize that he was too weak, so he needed to train and decided to train with none other than Aoi Zaizen, using her as his test subject. I guess in the afterlife, they dueled.
Wow.
They then duel and Aoi wins. Then she goes to beat Soulburn in a friendly duel and goes to duel Onizuka and turn him back to his Season 1 self. Basically, Aoi lost the duel to become the main character of Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS.
Hey.
That's definitely a crack theory there. I
Yeah.
love that.
That's interesting.
That's great. Yeah,
Let's get this guy in the writers'
a
room.
lot of Yusaku and Revolver are brothers. That was from Ami Fujiki. Really, really awesome girl. Matt Galaxia, awesome guy. Another
of
friend of
course.
mine. Faust and Kusanagi are father and son. They look similar with
yeah,
the beard.
I could see that.
You
yeah.
can see that.
And the
definitely.
hair, right?
Definitely, yep.
At least the hair color. But yeah, I would like that actually.
That would be good.
As time goes on, you really grow to love Faust and Vira a lot. So I think I would like to see some sort of connection with them.
That would be great. That would be great.
You don't like Gnome though?
Dude, the dude was like excited about figuring
About
this whole
trying to
thing
figure it
out.
He's like, this is serious, Gnome. He's like, yeah, no.
And no, like yeah. He's like, yeah, this isn't for fun, and he's just still smiling.
Yeah.
Like the dude is
He's
creepy.
a mad scientist.
He's a
That's
mad
what he
scientist.
is.
There are
The-
so many theories, man. Jon Snow is a lost incident victim. Also, he's Playmaker's dad. He's the son of Jupiter 12.
That's amazing.
Dude, there's so many.
Jon Snow.
There's one in particular that I'm kind of just... Queen is Yusaku's mother. That was from Chris Templar, another awesome guy.
So we can't decide if she's Yusaku's mom or Revolver's
Yeah,
mom.
a lot of people like that, though. A lot of people like that. I'm trying to find one. It was from... Right, this is one of my favorites. It's from Jay Bix, which I've been saying his name wrong. Remember I always say J_BYYX?
Yes.
It's just pronounced Jay Bix, so I've been saying that name wrong. Sorry, man, if you're watching. This will be the last one for this segment. The AI we know, or the I we know, is just a copy. The real one is running Soul behind the scenes.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that
could be
one a lot.
Crazy.
That's wild.
That is wild.
That's
That would be insane.
that'd be
That'd be
a hell
insane.
of a twist.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Any of those would be.
Yeah.
Literally
Yeah.
all. I mean, thank you to everyone who replied. Again, over 100 replies. If we read all of them, we'd be here till 8 p.m. But
Of course,
thank you
yeah.
all.
Gnome is Naoki's dad.
Gnome is a weird guy. By the way, I'm in this Discord, which is filled with like VRAINS, like people who have like are like I don't want to. I guess they're kind of role playing, but they're all like meme role playing.
Gotcha.
So like they're all like role playing these Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS characters, but like to extremes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and I'm in the Discord, and like I love just being in different Discords and settings to like talk to as many people in the community, get as big of a feel of the community as I possibly can.
Sure.
And these people are just hilarious. They're all intense memers, and they like worship Dr. Gnome, and so there was one. It was one podcast where I said Gnome's a trash character, or I said Gnome is like a nobody,
right.
and they ripped. I had to go in the server and apologize as a joke, obviously.
Right, of course.
They're like, I can't believe Dylan said this about our Lord and Savior.
Our Lord and Savior.
And so I do apologize to all the Dr. Gnome
Yeah,
fans.
if Gnome is God, does that make Kitamura Jesus?
Oh God.
Well, Z1 said Gnome is Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
Oh my god. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated.
But as Gnome is watching everything that's happening, he's like got this smile on his face,
exactly.
and even Faust is like, "This isn't funny, man.
Yeah,
Like we gotta."
yeah, exactly. He's smirking
He's
the
a
entire
weird guy,
time.
but he's great.
Even
man.
like, just like through most of his lines, he's smirking, and it's like makes me so uncomfortable.
yeah, he's a funny dude. But
Gnome.
that's great. So thank you for all your crack theories. Do we have any other donations?
Yes, we do.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much.
We have one from Cloud Nation 101.
Thank you, Cloud. I appreciate it, man.
What are your thoughts on the new Sonic movie? To which Holy Nova Entertainment replied, "Kill it with fire." So what are your thoughts on the new Sonic movie?
So now, first and foremost, did you hear that they're changing the design?
I did hear that.
Okay.
Is that true?
That is
that
true.
confirmed?
The
Okay.
director confirmed it.
Well, because my biggest thing was Nick and I had talked about this it might have been a few months ago.
Well, have you seen
when
Detective
they
Pikachu?
first,
No,
it hasn't come
it's
out
not
yet.
Oh,
Thursday.
I thought you guys flew to Tokyo to see the premiere.
You're so annoying.
That must have been someone else. Sorry, go on.
So Nick had brought up that the Sonic looks like a boy dressed up as Sonic.
That's not a bad analysis, honestly.
Yeah,
Right?
it's
That's not a
gross.
bad analysis.
Honestly,
What did you think of it?
I don't think it looks as good as Detective Pikachu looks.
No, not at all.
And I think it's trying to compete. It's trying to.
I think it's
touch-
trying to compete with it.
But there were fan artists on Twitter that posted their like rendition of
Sure.
it, and it looked 10 times better
Oh,
than
it did.
this.
It did.
Well,
And
they-
they're redesigning it. Sure. Character design or not, I don't think it's going to be a good movie.
No.
It's Sonic.
It's
Honestly,
because
the
well,
trailer
you know,
wasn't even that really appealing.
with the I don't know, the whole plot, not even the main plot, but the whole idea is that like Sonic came through like a
Jim Carrey will carry that movie.
Yes.
Sure, oh,
I
absolutely.
don't know though.
No, to be
No,
honest, Jim Carrey might win an
trailer,
Emmy.
Though, Emmy is TV.
An Oscar.
Oscar, sorry. He might win an Oscar for best performance in an
No,
animated
I have
film.
to say, I think actually from the trailer I saw,
Yeah.
I think he actually seems like he's the worst character.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's just Eggman.
I don't know. He
It's just
seems
Eggman.
weird.
It is just
Well,
Eggman.
Oh,
if you think he's weird, then yes, that is just Eggman.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, but like on top of whatever performance, why not just make it Sonic in real life? But no, it had to come through some sort of dimensional wormhole. Is that the gist of the idea?
To be honest, I have yet to see the trailer. I
skipped through it.
You know I'm a
but
big Sonic
You guys
fan.
can comment.
You
on
know
it.
I'm a big
Yeah,
Sonic
I know.
fan. And
Yeah.
I didn't want to watch the trailer.
No,
Because I don't have any expectations for this movie. Will I see it? I might see it.
I think-
on Discount Tuesday.
Yeah.
But
On
I
Discount Tuesday.
have no expectations for this movie whatsoever.
Well, MVP Tomahawk said, "If Suicide Squad can win an Oscar, then so can Sonic."
Suicide Squad did not win an
no,
Oscar.
did it actually?
No, I think that's the point.
Oh my god. Oh my god. I thought, dude, MVP, you gave me a heart attack. Gee,
Everyone hated Suicide Squad. They wouldn't have won an
Suicide Squad was
Oscar.
the most disappointing movie I've ever seen. I've seen worse
They're
movies.
making a second one.
Yeah, well, Pete said that to me, and we said it when we.
Yeah.
What the hell's that about? They're actually making a second one.
I don't know.
I'll be honest.
I'm out of the loop.
I didn't see Suicide Squad.
Well, you didn't miss much.
And that's why.
Well, Will
that's
Smith
why
was good.
it
Him and
got
Margot
such a
Robbie
bad
were the only two
review
in
that I was like,
movie that were good.
Yeah, I agree with that. But like,
Oh wait, it did win an Oscar
no, it might have won
for
one.
best costumes.
Okay,
the costumes
okay.
are good. That's
that
the
one.
one-
Okay, fine.
yeah.
That one I'm not
Sure.
going to get fault too
Well, yeah,
much.
Margot Robbie's costume was really good. Will Smith's costume was really good.
Yeah,
A lot of the
The
costumes are good.
Joker's wasn't bad, but he was barely even in it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But in
movie
regards to
itself.
Sonic, there are ways to do a good Sonic movie. This will not be one of them.
Is Knuckles even going to be in this movie?
Get out.
What?
I'm just looking for miles tails per hour.
But
Oh my God.
it took me years to realize that
Miles
was a pun
per
on
hour?
Miles per hour. Miles tails per
Or
hour.
where's Cream? Where's Big the
Where-
cat?
Where's Rouge the Bat?
Where is Big the cat?
Where is Big the cat? Where's Rouge the Bat?
And Froggy?
Froggy, dude. Where's Cream and Vanilla?
Hey, they could have done. I don't know. Look, I think for movies like this,
You know what
we
they need
look
to
to how
put-
Detective. I haven't even seen Detective Pikachu yet because it's not,
not
out here
out.
in the States. But
I don't think
the
it's
way
out
it
anywhere.
seems to be, really, I don't know. the
Dylan's
way it
being a
seems
jerk.
to be shaping up, that's where movies like this should be taking notes from because it just like everything is cohesive, everything looks in place. And just to have Sonic be the only like wacky animated, it's Who Framed Roger Rabbit, for God's sake. Like,
Yeah, just so you know, and just so the people know, what is the only other channel that I have said to you that I would be willing to do, and I kind of wanted to do, but I know that the community can be very toxic, so I always hesitated to do it. And at this point,
Pokemon?
No.
Sonic.
Oh, it was Sonic.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
Sonic,
remember
you're
we've
right.
had conversations
Yeah.
about it. That was years ago, where I said I'd love to start a Sonic Everything channel.
Sonic Adventure
where-
Battle 2.
So-
That's it. That's
No,
all. That's
no,
all you need.
There's so many.
There's
good
so many games. There's so much lore. The comics, like there's so many interesting
There's so much
characters.
good source
Sonic
material.
X, I thought was very enjoyable.
The show?
And if they
Yeah.
ever made another Sonic anime, even though I know Sonic Boom, I don't think it's on anymore, but Sonic Boom was pretty hilarious with some of the jokes.
Right,
I never
yeah.
watched it. If they ever brought back like Sonic X, and I had the weekly content like I do with
Right.
Yu-Gi-Oh, I would definitely consider making a Sonic
Absolutely.
channel. But
Hey,
like movies like this, it just disappoints me.
Exactly, and that's the point. Like, here's the thing: we have so much source material. We have so much source material in which Sonic lives in like the characters of Sonic live in harmony with humans. And for this movie, they decide, let's start from scratch and just throw him into like some weird. I don't know. They could have just done it so many other ways.
Yeah, I agree. So thank you for the donation and the question, Cloud. I just very. What are people in the comments saying? I'm curious.
Well, so there's actually I guess maybe we could call it a crack theory from Alex.
Okay, I love it.
We are getting the Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe, calling it now.
That would be. It's funny that he says that because I saw a tweet right before you guys came here that said if you picked your 6 original characters, like the 6 original Avengers from the Smash trilogy, like who would you pick? Someone said like ROB would be Ultron. That's not one of the 6.
I
But
like that,
It would
though.
be Mario, DK, Link, Bowser would be an anti-hero, but he would become.
Pikachu.
Yeah, I think Ness was one of them. Pikachu. Yeah, so I don't think that'll ever
what?
happen, but it would be really cool.
I don't think it'll. Actually, you know what? I mean, we got Detective Pikachu. We got Detective Pikachu in some.
Well,
That's
Pikachu
true.
would have to be in it too.
Exactly, but I'm
It's
just
a
saying.
crossover,
Well,
but
yeah,
Does Ryan Reynolds stay voicing Pikachu?
I hope so.
He
But no, I'm
has
just
to.
saying, like,
Yeah.
in some weird timeline, we somehow got a movie in which Ryan Reynolds voices Pikachu in a detective movie. Who's to say that 5 years down the road we won't get a Super Smash Brothers cinematic universe? Why not? We
Someone's making a SpongeBob anime.
What?
Yeah, well,
Oh, we have to show this. Oh my god.
well, you've seen the openings, but that guy who
That's
made
real?
Have you seen? The
yeah,
openings,
well,
though?
because he's making a 3-episode anime. He's getting custom music, people to do music. He's already released a few soundtracks. Like that's actually real.
That's like happening?
He's actually
Did
making.
you get to see the
yeah.
openings?
We could talk about it at dinner.
We'll talk
Oh, we'll talk about
it
it at dinner. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
really happening.
But
Normark, I think, is his name. Yeah,
I know I was going off
crazy.
about the Sonic thing. I do feel very strongly about it because I've
Well, we've
always
been
loved
lifelong fans of Sonic.
Exactly.
You know,
Well-
we've played the games. Yeah, it's a shame.
Philip Petrovic says, we need a Detective Pikachu and Deadpool crossover.
Oh my
Was
god,
Ryan Reynolds
just
talking
riffing
to
on
Ryan
himself the whole
Reynolds.
time?
Yeah.
that'd be amazing.
Honestly, I would legit like. I don't know if
amazing.
it's a really obscure movie, but I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's In the Mind of John Malkovich. It's literally John Malkovich's almost every character. And but Ryan. I would see a movie in which Ryan Reynolds voices or plays every.
So it's
character.
like Eddie Murphy in Big Mama's House,
Yeah, actually.
right? Is that the right movie?
I think so. It's one
The
of those
what-
movies.
one of
Or is
the-
it Nor-
he-
not Norbit.
No, it wasn't. Well, he plays like almost every single
Right.
person in in the family.
Exactly. Like, I would see that with Ryan Reynolds voicing everybody. That would be amazing.
There's a movie where James Franco goes to the bathroom for 30 minutes. I think that's the whole movie. I'm not even-
I hope you're not. I hope you are kidding, but if you're not, I would love to see it.
I'm not kidding. I've never watched it. My brother watched it for some film study analysis class.
That dude is weird.
He's a weird guy. I love him, though. He's a weird guy. But thank you again for the donation. We're definitely in the everything part.
Yeah,
now.
we are in the everything part. Sonic counts as everything, and I
Yeah,
love
Sonic's great, man. Sonic's great.
Are you ready for the next one?
Yes.
So we have one from Rex Kendrick.
Thank you, Rex.
Queen
dude.
is Zyzon mother. Their hair is similar, and for some reason she hasn't fired him yet. Also, how did he get a place so high in Soltech?
Well, as far as the placement, I think he probably just worked his butt off and got where he got. But good. That's a good point with why has he not been fired yet?
Yeah, there's something weird.
He's good at what he
about
does,
that.
but he's clearly like it's obvious
At this point, he's almost anarchist.
Exactly. Maybe because it's obvious to us as the audience that he's been playing both sides, but to me it seems that it should be obvious to everybody that he's sort of been playing both
And
sides.
Queen's a CEO. She's not stupid. She's not a
Exactly.
dumb character.
Yeah, and she
unless
works.
she's Leo Akaba.
And like even as a CEO, she works directly with Akira. Like there's no way she's blind to it.
Yeah,
he should have been fired a long time ago.
Absolutely.
I legitimately thought he was going to get fired in season 1.
He got demoted, and then he got
demoted.
re-promoted.
Exactly.
So yeah, something weird is going on there. Rex.
I would. What do we know about the parents?
Which
died.
No, because remember they're stepsisters. They're not blood related, the Zizens.
Oh, they're not.
No,
When
no.
did they
No, we know
established
about that. Yeah, they said that.
But the parents, as far as we know, died in a car accident. But Akira's dad married Awie's mom,
so
correct?
them two died.
So those two died, but Akira's mom, who got separated from Akira's dad, very well still could be alive.
Oh.
So even the logistics of that
It's possible.
could make sense. Because I don't think Akira ever said, my mom died, my dad remarried.
Also,
I
but
don't
would
think he
he
ever said
not
anything like that.
No, unless he does know and has been holding out. But like,
If it was very young,
would he not know? I mean, yeah, true.
that would be interesting. I just hope there is some kind of relation between Queen and one of the characters.
Queen and Akira are secretly dating.
Okay, let's not get
Hey, no, okay,
gross.
come on.
That's,
No,
that's a comment from the chat.
I'm not against it.
Akira and Emma dated, you think so, 7 years ago?
Why 7 years ago?
Just a while ago. Think they
No.
ever dated?
Sure. I think there's a history there.
There was something there.
There was something there.
When Emma pulled up on that bike,
Yeah, no. You
saw it too, right?
You might be kidding, but I can't tell if you're joking or not. But yes.
No, I'm not joking. All right. Great. Thank you for the question and the donation and being a Patreon, Rex. Sending out the Patreon stuff on Monday, so should get it soon, hopefully. Or actually, I think you're international, Rex, so it might be a couple of weeks, but you'll get it. Thank you, man. I appreciate the support.
Chris Swan
Chris,
says the writers don't have the chairs to permakill.
I guess chairs are a substitute for
Huevos.
gazungas. Yeah,
Huevos.
That's fine. Chris, I think you're right. Although they do have the Cuevos to
Not Cuevos. That's a tequila. Huevos.
They do have the Johnny Walkers to to permakill villains, I believe. So I think they will. Yeah, I think they will permakill Bowman, Haru, and probably Lightning. But they don't have the they don't have the Dos Equis to kill to permakill any of the good guys. I agree with you there.
We do have a comment from Joshua Jenkins
Yeah, Joshua,
saying,
what's up?
imagine an Akira versus
maybe it was
Naoki duel for Emma's love.
I would love that. I would love that.
Wait, yeah,
They've done that before in GX. I think they dueled for Alexis's marriage.
Was that for real?
Yeah, do you remember the tennis duel? The GX had a lot of weird duels. Do you remember there was a whole episode where Jaden was playing tennis. He was forced to play tennis, and one of the seniors, he was like the ace tennis player, the Brian Weir, if you will, of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, friend of ours. Oh God, my throat
Ace
just
tennis
closed.
player.
Friend of ours who was he was pretty good, and they dueled. And the winner was gonna court Alexis, was gonna marry Alexis Rhodes.
Is that real?
Yeah, except Jaden won, and then he didn't know what engagement meant. So
That's
you
now I remember that.
And so Alexis said, "It just means that we'll always be good friends," or something. You know, it was the dub.
Yeah.
I don't remember early subbed GX, but GX had a lot of fun duels, man. So they've done it before. The precedent's there. I'd love to see it. Naoki wins, they date.
As a brief aside, I don't know if anyone remembers this, but I have a vague memory of watching Toonami, and there was an anime exclusively about tennis. If anyone could remind
Prince
me
of
of
Tennis.
that. Is that actually?
Yeah, Prince
okay.
of Tennis. Apparently, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Prince of Tennis. You
I remember-
watched
I
it, didn't
remember
you?
enjoyed it.
I've never watched it, but I actually did see a few episodes when I was on my cruise. It was on TV.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny, right? Because Coach Obermeyer, who was our
He
tennis
made
coach,
you guys is required watch viewing.
well, he made Pete watch the whole anime.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's yeah.
Because Pete wanted to play in the doubles and second doubles with us, and he beat people that were ahead of him, so he should have moved up and actually played in the varsity matches. Because the way our tennis team worked is you'd have first singles, second singles, third singles, then you'd have first doubles and second doubles. So you had to be a top 7 player, and you would play and we were first doubles, and you would play in a varsity match. And so Pete always beat the players that were in our second doubles team. And Coach Obermeyer would say, well, did you watch Prince of Tennis yet? And Pete was like, no, why do I have to watch it? No one else watched it. He said, well, until you watch all, I think it's like 300 episodes, you can't play varsity. And so Pete never played varsity for us. Because then when he watched the whole show, Pete said, yeah, I watched the show. It was great. And Obermeyer said, sub or dub? And Pete said, I watched it English dub. And Obermeyer said, sorry, man. And then he had to go back and he watched the sub, and we graduated by the time he finished.
Yeah, it's a shame.
Yeah, so he never. So
no
Prince,
varsity ladder
Prince
for
of
Pete.
Tennis was a requirement for him. Yeah, no varsity. He was kicked off the team senior year. Yeah, it was a whole thing. He'll tell you more about that one day. But thank you for the donation and the comment. So next, any other donations?
Yes.
All right.
$5 from Goosey Q.
Thank you, Goose. I appreciate it.
What if the data bomb that Ghost Girl has is in I and he sacrifices himself to beat Bowman from the inside, like how Ishizu
Yep,
Right?
Ishizu,
tried with Kaiba?
Kaiba, and Obelisk. Yeah. Right. We forgot to answer that part of his last question. I apologize, Goose, because he did ask about Emma's data bomb. Yeah.
That's a good point. What if he has a program within him, or like implanted there by Emma or somebody, that would blow up Bowman from the inside?
That'd be pretty cool. I think back. Remember when they were in Soul Technologies data banks, and she stole something from Soul Technologies data banks.
Yes,
and we never learned what that was.
we never did.
So maybe this is a bomb that Soul Tech created, and that's what she has right now. Otherwise, the data bomb, maybe it does have to do with I. I don't know how she would have created that though, because it's not like she has an Ignis to work with. It's not like she even knows much about the Ignis.
Well, I mean, I'm sure she could just develop a data bomb if that wasn't through Soul. If it was her data bomb, I'm sure I knows enough about his own code.
Right,
to be able to,
I think I'm misunderstanding the question. Yeah, no, I think I get what. Yeah.
To absorb it within himself.
Yes.
Now, I have a quick self-crack theory on I.
Okay.
I was thinking about like the data bomb being part of I and him like dying for this.
Mm-hmm.
What he gave to Robopi was a program to bring him back.
Oh,
I mean, Robopi's
So
been acting
Robopi
weird.
has like his data in her. So like when he dies, bang, he just comes back. He's ready to go.
or Robabi can like even show it to Kusanagi if he comes, or Yusaku, and they can revive
Yeah,
I
they can,
based
like,
on the code.
do the code.
I like that a lot. He definitely gave
There's
something
something
more to Robapi than just being able to watch the duel.
Right? Yeah, that'd be
I
weird.
hope.
Yeah, if that was. the
Although
only
unless
thing.
he turns it and says, "I wanted you to watch me be a hero and save the VRAINS," and that's all it was.
It'd be beautiful though.
It would be beautiful.
No, but
It'd
no,
be a bit of a
we would need
letdown.
more. We would need
Yeah.
more.
So great question, Goose. I'm excited to see what this data bomb is. I have a feeling in 4 days we will very well see what this data bomb entails, and Emma will finally have her big heroic shining moment. So I'm excited for
She
that.
deserves it.
Oh, true.
Hey,
Here's one from Wolverine the Gushkage?
The Tsukakage,
no, Goosh
No.
Kage.
Gushkage.
Yeah.
I didn't watch Naruto. I'm assuming.
don't think that's the real
There's a lot of Kages in Naruto.
Yeah.
But thank you, Wolverine, for the donation.
Says, I synchro summon African American Rose Dragon.
Oh my god.
Right. Well, Black
I
Rose
love that.
Dragon.
I love that's the meme. Like substituting that.
Black Rose Dragon, one of my favorite Signer dragons, man.
You have a
It's
picture?
no, but it's her. Well, it's the mat. That mat that I have.
yeah.
That's the dragon.
Very, very nice.
yeah,
design.
Akiza's ace. A great monster. Thank you for the donation, man. Appreciate it.
Here's $5 from Kazimasa.
Kazimasa.
Awesome.
Masum. Sorry. Thank you.
The 12 dimensions talked about in GX, will
yeah.
eventually be brought in a future main series through 5D's Yubel's Dark World, Zexal for Arc 5 links.
That was a lot. That was a mouthful.
I don't know what's going on.
I think I understood that. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, no, I think I got that. I hope so. I mean, if it was a lot over your guys' heads because you didn't watch the older shows,
Right.
and there's a lot
I
of lore
recognize
there.
you through a lot of names of previous.
Shows, yeah. There's a lot of lore there. Basically, in GX, it was talked about by Bastion that there's 12 dimensions. In Arc 5, we see them travel to the Synchro dimension, to the Fusion dimension, to the Heart Xyz dimension. which were all references to the older shows. So will there be a show based around 12 dimensions? My only concern is I don't think they would have enough time to flesh out and explore all 12 dimensions. They barely had enough time, and they completely, in my opinion, butchered the dimensional travel in Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5, and that was only 3 other dimensions. So if you start in one dimension, you build a world, and then you have 11 other dimensions to go to, I think it would be a lot. I think it would be very tough to incorporate all of it. That being said, if they manage to do it, I'd love to see it because, I would love for them to do a show where all the other shows are hinted at or even canon to this current show so that we could see maybe legacy characters. I think 12 Dimensions would be asking a lot, but it is weird that whole 12-dimensional aspect was kind of abandoned after Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Besides Arc 5, but in Arc 5 there was only 4 dimensions that were relevant and were known of, it seemed. So, kind of strange there, but thank you for the donation and great insight, and yeah, hopefully we will see some sort of relevance between all the shows at one point, especially in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Another
7.
timeline video.
Another timeline video very soon, next month.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow. I was making a joke, but that's sick.
People have been waiting 2 years. In fact, I get comments all the time that say, if you don't make one very soon, I'm unsubscribing and I'm banning your channel for reporting your channel for false advertising.
Well, you better get on it.
I will get on
it. Here's one from Nicholas Horton.
Nicholas.
He mentions that, in response to the Sonic trailer, says Robotnik looks like Robotnik at the end of the trailer.
Yeah.
See, I have to rewatch it. I kind of ended it early because
Well, that's
I was
Jim
kinda
Carrey
disgusted
acting
by it.
amazingly. You ended it early?
I didn't watch to the end.
Nicholas,
I'm sorry.
thank you for the donation. Look, I think Jim Carrey is going to win an Oscar.
He looks great.
He might win a Grammy. Is this a musical, by the way?
I
It
don't
should be.
Jimmy,
think it's a musical.
is Crush 40 doing the music?
Sonic the musical.
Sonic the musical. Crush 40. Live and learn.
If wait, hold on.
Okay.
No, hold on.
Because this could save the movie.
If not even just safe. If Crush 40 does not do a single song for this movie, I'm not going to see it. I refuse.
Well, are they going to put in that song from?
Does Crush 40 play live? Are they still touring?
Find out.
Did they ever tour Crush 40?
I wish. I
Well,
hope.
are they going to include the song from Sonic Adventures 2?
That's Crush 40 did a lot of those songs.
That's
Yeah.
them?
Like City Escape.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Crush
Well,
40 was
that's
great.
the best song.
It's
That's
the
one
best.
of the best songs I've ever heard.
There's a
in my
lot.
life.
There's so many like his world. Like no,
Hold on, let
there's
me
so
look.
many.
Crush 40 tour. Did they ever tour?
And
Who is Crush 40? Is it a guy? It looks like an Asian guitarist and a singer. They are playing. Dude, they're playing at the Greater Philadelphia Expo Center
You're lying.
at Oaks, Phoenixville, PA, Friday 21st, June 29th. Dude, I'm not even kidding.
Is this?
Are they going to do that song though?
Of course they're going to do that song.
I have no
What
interest
did-
in going if they're not going to
No,
do that song.
why wouldn't they do that song? That's their song. That's the song. Dude, how much are tickets? How much are tickets?
All right.
Wait, I don't.
No one's going.
No, we're all going.
How do I?
dude.
I don't know how to use this app.
Okay, let me
Wait,
look.
hold
Let me
on
look.
here.
Let me look. No, hold on. So,
Guys, this is serious.
buy tickets.
Serious.
Where for anyone who, I'm sure most of you have played at least one of the Sonic
Bless
games.
you.
Bless
Thank
you.
The
God bless
Bless
you.
Thank you.
most of the Sonic games have an incredible soundtrack. A lot of which, especially like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle, Sonic DX, which is Sonic Adventure, have incredible songs by Crush 40, and even a lot of the others like Sonic Heroes.
They did not. At their last concert, they did not do City Escape.
But they played.
But they did- but-
Open Your Heart, Sonic Heroes, Sonic Boom.
No, but I'm only interested in seeing
No,
City
you
What
don't
about
hear
Escape.
the
Live and
others.
Learn?
Live and
Live and
Learn.
Learn's a better song than City Escape. You don't think so?
Live and learn.
Hanging on the edge of tomorrow. Live and learn.
It's
Come
the
on,
main
you know
theme.
that's
It's
better
the
than-
main theme
Yeah,
for
come on.
Sonic
Come on.
Adventure
Keep
2
going.
Battle.
Although
Keep going.
it doesn't matter. Sonic,
Oh.
the second version.
Yes.
Not the first one.
The second
I
version.
like the faster one. That's another classic.
Dude, I'm telling you.
This band, if it was more mainstream, they're like the Taylor Swift of video games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd say so.
Yeah.
But a lot of people dislike Taylor Swift.
They're like the Justin Bieber of video
There you
games.
go. Yeah, nobody dislikes Justin Bieber.
I've never met a person.
Well, look, Crush 40 will live stream from the concert. Do we have any other donations?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
Also,
Yeah.
I think that's a festival.
It is a festival, but
Yeah.
we're gonna go to it. We'll go to it.
We'll go.
120 bucks each
For real?
for a 3-day pass. We don't need a 3-day pass.
We just need
Oh,
whatever
yeah,
day
we
they're
do.
playing.
Yeah.
Whatever day they're playing.
Bless you.
Ooh, thank you.
I'm sorry, also, Nicholas Horton, that we didn't really address your question.
Oh, about Robotnik. Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry. Honestly,
I'll
I didn't
rewatch the
see
trailer.
Yeah, we have to watch
I'll
the trailer.
rewatch
But
the
thank you for
trailer.
the donation so much, dude. I appreciate it.
Yeah, I shut it off early. I rage quit the trailer.
Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Thank you.
One more time.
So what is some other?
$5 from Legendary.
Oh, Legendary. He's watching. May 18th. Mark it in your
That's
calendars.
because his question was, "Hey guys, excited to be there for the finale. What's the confirmed last episode for this season?"
He
So I
doesn't.
can
He
plan
doesn't do
to
spoilers.
be there for that.
Yeah, he doesn't do spoilers. May 18th. May 18th. Mark it in your calendar.
Not for the season. That's the last episode of the duel, right?
Season 2, because
Oh,
season
really?
3's confirmed
Wow.
date.
Okay, then
Yeah.
come hang.
Well,
homie.
opening 3's, and that's why the
Right,
season.
right.
Last day, yeah, it'll be May. Oh crap! You know what I just realized?
What?
We're getting. I completely forgot about this. We're getting the episode summaries, the batch for May, maybe tomorrow, and that's going to give us the summary for 103 and 104, and that'll probably tell us what direction the season's going to go in. Those will be major because, unlike most summaries, that's going to tell us exactly who's going to win this duel.
I kind of don't want to know.
So if you don't want to know, don't know.
I think we should just read those after the end of the
Well,
season.
I have to cover
Well,
them.
you,
but
I'm
I don't.
saying us.
I don't do summaries on this live stream. I try
Right,
to
yeah,
avoid
no,
them
yeah.
out of respect for people that watch that don't want spoilers.
Yeah.
like Legendary.
Like Legendary. So May 18th, Legendary will be on. But yeah, thank you for the donation, my friend. I appreciate it, dude.
He just said, "Cool, I'll be there then too."
Lit.
In chat.
Here's one from Jarek.
Jarek.
Y'all ready to hit the whoa?
I slacked this week.
Well, I didn't forget. I actually saw a video of you remember when Squidward?
Squidward.
Yeah,
Yeah.
when
Whoa.
Squidward
I
dabbed,
saw it too,
and
yeah.
then
Now he's
I
hitting the
saw the
whoa.
one where
can't-
What is the whoa?
no. What?
nope.
I almost.
I hope someone can someone capture that moment.
He just nay-nayed there.
It was almost a
It
nay.
was like a.
Yeah, something popped. My body doesn't bend that way, dude. I can't dance.
Wait, can we actually maybe?
Isn't it just like one of these? Like you like
Isn't it like
rotate
a-
and
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
just.
No.
All
no.
right, well,
don't you bring it together?
At least I'm trying.
At least I'm trying.
I don't know. I don't.
Sorry,
you know what?
Jarek, we failed you. You know
All
what? Next week we will start. I'm writing whoa.
Yeah, that's the biggest note of this week's podcast is
Shit.
whoa.
Right on the table.
Swear jar.
Oh, sorry.
I apologize.
Thank you
Jarek.
for the donation,
we
though,
let
man.
you down.
I'm sorry. We let you down, dude.
I saw a video and it was like, how Doctor Strange does the whoa, and he puts like his
Oh,
one
I
hand
saw
up
that
and goes.
one. I saw that one.
That's
Yeah.
so sick.
Who originated the whoa? Fetty Wap?
I don't think so.
I don't think it was.
It could be.
Is
Yeah.
Fetty Wap relevant still?
No, that's why I don't think it was him.
Pete served Fetty Wap gas. You know that
I
story?
remember
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I remember
That's true.
we were at Applebee's for
Yeah.
half apps.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
he came. I think it was actually the first time I met you.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was.
A friend of
And
mine.
it was the first time I met Pete too.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yes.
And we were at Applebee's, and Dylan and Pete shows up after work. He goes, "You're never gonna guess who I served gas to today."
And you guys.
And he says rappers, right? And we're guessing. We guessed every single person except Fetty Wap.
Yep.
Yeah, you were even guessing like 2 Chainz and Tupac and people that were.
We really
know
see
what?
everybody. But
Two
there
Chainz
was one person, but
Chainz.
for some reason, Fetty, we just couldn't. We just
Yeah.
like couldn't think of him.
Yeah. And then Fetty, well, you heard what happened. He was serving Fetty Wap gas, and he opened the gas tank without asking, so his bodyguard came out and slammed Pete on the ground.
Yeah.
He didn't tell you that part of the
No,
story.
he didn't.
No,
I'm
that's when he comes on. I'll
Separated
tell you
his
that.
shoulder.
Pete's got a lot of good stories. But yeah, so thank you for the donation, Jarek. I appreciate it, man.
Here's $5 from Elizabeth W.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you so much.
Finals went great and got
Good.
A's on them. Yay!
Oh, congratulations.
Yes, see,
That's
we had
awesome.
faith in you.
That's awesome.
We had faith in
I'm
you.
glad. I'm so glad.
Here's a fun question for you guys. If you were to go into Link VRAINS, what would you want your avatars to look like?
That's a good question.
That's so tough.
I would
Dude.
look exactly like myself, but with a beard, and that's it.
You're annoying.
Is that all you want?
I
all
just
you want in
a
life is a beard.
I just want to. I can't grow facial hair well for the life of me. I would just want a beard.
I would want to be decked out in like black gear. Like I like just like jet
Yeah.
black gear.
That would actually be really cool.
Yeah.
Shiny or matte?
Matt.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
I think I would wear like a red suit.
Black gear with maybe like a red stripe or something like that.
I like that.
I
Yeah,
don't want to wear like
I
a
like
suit,
that.
like a red
Yeah.
suit, like Zyzen's suit, but like red.
That's
All
that
red.
that'd be cool. That'd
Red
be cool.
undershirt, red jacket, red
That'd be
pants,
cool.
red shoes.
Oh man, I'm stumped. That's.
So
Red watch.
Pete told me, because we did have this discussion. Pete told me that if he ever had like a VRAINS avatar, he'd wear Crocs. That'd be the only.
Wow, you're really gonna slander Pete on this.
He'd want to be called the Croc Man. And so again, he'll tell you that story when he comes on.
Yeah.
But yeah, what about you?
I just want to be a dog. Can I just be a dog?
You can be
Yeah,
a dog.
Can I just be a dog?
Yeah. What about you?
A regular dog or a hot dog?
Ah.
That hot dog.
Hot dog. What about you, Jordan?
I would either want to look like remember Spy Kids 3D?
Yes.
Classic.
I like Carmen's outfit in that one.
Volcano Girl.
The pink.
No.
Nope,
same girl, right?
wrong movie.
Same studio.
Oh, wrong.
Wrong,
Also different
wrong
girl.
movie.
It's not the different. It's
It's a
No.
different actress.
Maybe I didn't see it. But
Either that or I don't know actually. I
a
think
hard
I
choice.
might kind of like that one.
That's
or
cool.
or
That's a good
something
pick.
like sea green.
sea green's nice.
Little
Yeah, that's
Mermaid.
my favorite.
Well, Elizabeth,
Yeah.
thank you for the question. Thank you for the donation, and congratulations on your finals. That's
Yes,
amazing.
great
We
job.
all had faith in you.
Yeah.
Glad you got an A.
awesome.
I'm glad you can enjoy this podcast. We appreciate it.
We have one from Underdog Chris.
Chris,
Bless you.
man.
Bless you.
You're the only one that
I
hasn't
know.
sneezed.
I'm the only one left.
Holy crap! I almost missed it. How is it? How is everyone?
We're doing great, Chris.
Thank you for
showing
asking,
up.
dude.
Yeah,
It's always
that means a
great.
lot.
It's
Doing
always
great,
so
yeah.
nice. Yeah, we're doing good, dude. We're doing good. No complaints. We're getting dinner after this without
yeah.
one of.
Without one of us. Can you guess who?
It's Mr. Pop. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, dog sitting for my family is really an exciting time in my
Why don't you just
life.
bring the dog with you?
Now you're taking the dog to the Dublin
dog
house.
can't even like walk up and downstairs. Like it's really old, so I have to like carry her. And
Aw.
give her
Reigniting
medicine
all
What kind of
flames.
dog?
I'm not really sure.
Maltese.
Is it
My
a mutt?
uncle's dog, so I'm
No.
not sure.
Is
No,
it a
I
mutt?
don't know. I never asked what kind of dog it was.
Well, you
The-
don't just know dogs. Like
Not that. No, see, it's like one of those weird kinds that they all like. I think it's like I would say if I had to guess, it was like a schnauzer
Does
or
it-
something like
does
that.
it-
But it kind of looks like.
do you have a
one
picture
those.
of it?
I do not.
Does it look like
Can
Air
you take a
Bud?
picture of it when you get there?
I will send you a
Because
picture.
schnauzers are my
One of the
favorite
little
dog.
buddies.
I don't even know if that's the right kind of dog. But, I'll let you know.
but I'll know it if I see it.
Okay.
Does it look like Air Bud? Because
Air
that would be a
Bud?
golden retriever.
No,
No.
it does not look like Air Bud.
I think everyone knows golden retriever.
Well, I don't
golden
know.
retriever and German shepherd. I think
He
those are
he
the-
said he doesn't know dogs based on how they look.
No, I don't know.
What
that
about Beethoven?
dog.
Oh, I must have misheard you.
What
Oh
kind
yeah,
of,
Beethoven.
What kind of dog was Beethoven?
Beethoven was wasn't he like an
Wasn't he
English
a
sheepdog?
musical?
No,
guy?
not a sheepdog. He was the
He
big,
was,
the
but
big
before
one.
he died, he
The big kind of dog. I can't remember the name of it. Jake has one, but
What
I can't remember the name of the
kind
dog. I always skip over to Burmese mountain dogs. I know it's like the biggest dog.
Oh, it's Saint Bernard.
Saint
That's
Bernard,
what it
of course.
is. Yes.
The cousin of the Great Dane, the Saint Bernard.
I
Thank you for the donation. Appreciate it, Underdog Chris. Thank you so much, man. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing good.
Here's one from Chris Swan again.
Chris Swan, I love it.
$5.
Thank you, Chris.
The only thing I did with Roboppy was give him free will. Anything else she may be doing is probably Bowman's fault.
have we established that an Ignis could do that? An Ignis with free will could provide free will for other AI?
Well, I think the possibilities are probably endless.
Of course,
I thought he did say something about
I
giving
thought
her.
he did say he could give
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
So maybe.
So
That'd
I
be really
actually
cool.
like that, Chris.
I
And
like
maybe
that.
everything that is happening that is her doing, is her own doing.
Right.
And that's why it's kind
Well,
of
she seemed-
comical that she seems surprised that she has all these functions.
Right.
But maybe it's just like she's still
She's discovering them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
It's a whole
discovering them.
self-discovery for Roboppy.
Yeah, that's what this whole show
She
is
could
about.
play a big part in season 3.
She could be. I think she will be. She's one of
going
the,
to be in opening
She's
3.
shown in
She's already in the ending 5.
Well,
so.
we're going to talk very in depth about opening 3 next week. What we want to see, what characters we want to see, maybe some shots we'd like to see. But yeah, I think that Roboppy, again, I don't know if she'll ever be important. I think she's like Brave Max, to be completely honest with you. But we'll see. It'll be interesting.
Wait,
Thank you
so
for the
you're
donation.
saying she's very important?
She's someone who we wish was important.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. You're the man. I appreciate it. I hope you're doing well. I hope your family's well.
Now we have 2 donations from Rex Kendrick.
Thank you, Rex. Thank you so much.
The one question is, would we ever get a Yu-Gi-Oh beach movie?
I would love that. They deserve it. They need to have some fun on the beach, you know.
Couple good volleyball montages and you're good to go.
Couple Coronas.
we never will, but
Find your beach.
we never will. But it would be a treat of a movie. Depending on what right.
You don't think they could have like master duels like sitting on pool floats in the ocean?
This would be a movie, so it would be beyond Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS. It would be every Yu-Gi-Oh! show.
Everyone.
Okay. Let's make it happen. Call the
See,
writers.
it's funny.
Do we want to see Naoki in a Speedo, though?
No.
Now, you were very quick.
Why does Naoki have to be in a Speedo, for the record?
He seems like a man of culture.
Daniel
Yeah.
J. Edwards said no card playing at all.
Well, it's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
funny. It's
Beach
funny.
movie with no
It's
card
funny.
playing
Daniel
at all.
J. Edwards and Barrett Letty haven't commented until we mentioned the beach movie.
You know what?
They have a
all they
beach
want.
party.
All they want is the beach party.
That's
at
all
my
they
house.
want.
That's all they want. Well, thank you both for coming. I appreciate it.
That's funny.
No card games. Just what? Beach volleyball. Just conversations
Cracking
about
some brews with the boys.
cracking some brews. Everyone's underage. Because I think Japan is probably 18 to drink.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
everyone's still underage for the most part. That's amazing. Thank you for the question.
That is awesome.
Rex.
Well, and then
There was
his
another one,
other,
right?
yeah. So this is actually just a comment. Brave Max is the data bomb inside Bowman.
I like that. I genuinely, and I said this in my review, I thought it would have been so cool if Ghost Girl contacted Brave Max and Brave Max went in to the Neuron link with the data bomb and was the one that like sacrificed himself. That would have been a really good moment for Brave Max, but didn't happen. It's all good.
Japan is 20 years old, by the way.
Okay. To drink.
Yeah.
That's a weird number.
It is a weird number.
Thought it was, some countries it's like 13, isn't it?
No.
Yeah, as long as you're taller than the bar, you can drink.
Some countries I feel like don't
Well,
care
some, I
at
think
all.
some countries just loose. It's like
Yeah.
it's still a law in place, but it's like
Right.
if you're with your family, it's a very loose.
I still don't get why it's 21 here.
Well, your brain's
are
not
respo-
done developing
People
until
are
you're like
responsible.
25.
Yeah,
So like that's why like you can't even rent a car till you're 25
exactly.
because you're not capable of making rational decisions.
Do you think-
So honestly, I think 21. Like I would never make it higher than 21, but I think 21 is relatively low considering your brain isn't.
But
Done.
in comparison to the other countries,
I still think it's fine. I say let's not worry about other countries.
What about war? Do you think you should be able to fight when you're 18?
I
Oh, okay,
think
come
if-
on.
Well,
No, I'm curious.
I was actually gonna mention drinking when it comes to war. I think if you are serving the country, you should be allowed to drink.
Okay, so there's an exception for
I
you.
think so. Yes.
So if you're 18, if you're 19
If
and
you're
you're
on your
overseas,
base, I think you should be able to have a beer if
okay,
you're 19 or 20.
okay, I agree. Honestly,
Yeah.
well, like I don't really drink, so I really don't care. I genuinely, honestly, people are gonna do it anyway. Drinking age could be 40 and people are still gonna do it. So doesn't really matter. But yeah, that's an interesting debate.
Yeah.
Because that's the old post you always see. It's like, well, why can I fight and potentially
Yeah.
die protecting my country, and I can't even have
Like
a beer?
I think there are a lot of irresponsible people who should not be drinking at 18, even though
there's
will.
irresponsible
even
people
though
at
they will, but it's-
47 who should not be drinking.
Right, right. But it's like,
I mean, come on.
But it's like underage. Then it's like,
Yeah.
it's different than like being like giving someone the ability to rather than them choosing to do it on their own.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. I think as long as you have the clause, I think there should be a clause where if you serve, if you're a veteran at that
I
point,
think
you can
there
be a
should.
veteran when you're 20,
Yep.
technically, right? You should be able to, that's an interesting clause, yeah. Honestly, it doesn't really matter to me because
Right,
we're
it doesn't
all
make a
we're all
difference, yeah.
overage at this point anyway. But
Yeah, we're all old as
interesting
hell.
debate. But thank you, Rex. I appreciate that. Beach movie would be great.
Yeah.
That's
All
where
because
we
I
got.
said cracking brews with the
That's
boys.
where we got from beach movie.
Well, he's
I
at
love
the
it.
Japan age, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and MVP, he said in the UK it's 18, but you can drink in a restaurant at like 12 or 13. That's what I was referring to.
Which is so young.
Yeah, a 12-year-old.
That is
My
too
sister's
young.
is turning 12 in July, and if she, like, I would.
That's crazy. Yeah, 12, 13 is crazy. Right. I know my thought was Ireland. I know Ireland's very loose with their laws, I'd
Yeah.
imagine. Is what it is. Just be safe, be responsible. I think the thing is when you're 15, 16, coming from people who used to be 15, 16, you're not the most responsible when you're that age.
Yeah.
You're not thinking maturely.
And that's the thing. I don't even know
I
what
didn't think
18-year-olds
maturely.
are.
No, I didn't
Yeah.
think. I mean, you're not thinking maturely. You're 25. So, like, you really have
Why
to.
is it me?
I'm kidding. Does that conclude the donations?
Yep.
Perfect. And I think that's probably going to conclude this stream. So thank you guys so much for coming by. Really do appreciate it. Talking Yu-Gi-Oh! Into the VRAINS, episode 14. A brave ending.
There it is.
I got it,
You
right?
Nailed it.
Back-to-back
Nailed it.
weeks. Thank you all again so much for staying.
unbelievable.
Thank you to everyone who donated. I really do appreciate it. And a special thank you to my platinum tier patrons. I have not updated it yet. I will update it this weekend for the May ones. Alexa Baker, Glen McGookin, Jorge Carrillo, James Rose, Samuel Stark, Thomas Adderley, Goosey Q, Horace Maye, Thomas Adderley, and Vincent Van Der Veen. And to my diamond tier patron, Jesse Wood. And to my Egyptian god tier patron, Syn Cloud and Chris Swan. A huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on I was going to say Facebook. A huge thank you to everyone who supports me over on Patreon. I really do appreciate it. It really does help me out. Huge thank you to everyone who donates, because without that, this segment would really not be too possible, and doing videos as consistently as I have would not be possible. And a huge thank you to everyone who just watches my videos, because without you guys, well, none of this would be possible. So thank you all so much. I will talk to you down below, I guess, or just watch back your chat. And yeah, I hope you have an amazing weekend, and I hope you have an amazing day. Thank you guys.
See you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.